They're here as a result of a trip to India, to North India, and it was in Dharamsala, which is where the Dalai Lama has his government and refuge, and it's also a place with a lot of Tibetan refugees. And so we got to know some of the Tibetan refugees, and they were talking about the Yaks and all the good qualities and so on. It sounded really interesting, and so when I got back from India, I went online, as all people do when they're looking for something, and it turns out there's a guy in Ohio that had some. So I contacted him and went up and looked at them. And I mean, they're interesting. They're sort of like, their tail's like a horse, and they're kind of goat feet, and they're good for mountain climbing and things like that, and using as pack animals, and you can use the milk to make cheese and butter, as well as the fiber and then the meat. And I always kind of like interesting things, so that was attractive. So I bought one, and then sort of coupled in about the same time frame, I was trying to figure out what to do in terms of retirement. And I thought, well, why not invest in Yaks? Because nobody else is doing it, and either they'll be great or I'll lose my shirt. And on paper, it looks like it's a real wise investment, and we'll see what happens. But a yak will generate 2 to 3 times the amount of money as a regular beef animal will. And they just require grass. You don't have to feed them grain or anything. Grass, water, they're happy. And it's counted as an exotic meat. And, so like hamburger for yak is $10 a pound. And steak is like $40 a pound. And so the idea is to market it, directly to restaurants and that sort of thing. The problem I've had here, which is really weird because they're used to climbing mountains, a bunch of them got sprained ankles. I don't know how, so this whole bull is just limping around, and I thought, well, I'll watch. And so after 3 days, I thought, I'll call him. And so I said, well, let's get him. And he goes, okay. The thing weighs 800 pounds, and he's big, and he's not gonna just walk up and pick up his foot. So the vet came out, we thought we'd tranquilize him. And he had a, tranquilizer gun. And he shot it, and we followed, we were in the pasture with it. Finally, the thing laid down, sort of woozy, and he lays down, and we thought, this is it. So he had a FFA kid with him, and he said, why don't you stand up by him, and I'll get a picture. And that kid stood by that yak, and that thing just jumped up. And that was it. He never went down again. He shot him again, second time, with, less dosage, and the thing would never lie down. And so but it was woozy enough, we put a rope around his head and tied him up.